Hello, welcome to VNews Broadcast Daily and following today's top stories.
National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng attends Asia-Europe Parliamentary Partnership meeting in Vientiane. Shellfish jumps 3 places on the list of the 10 most consumed seafood in the US. Women's Museum becomes the most attractive tourist site in Hanoi.
National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng has said Vietnam consistently follows a foreign policy of pursuing friendly relations with every country in the world and being a reliable partner and responsible member of the international community.
Hùng stated this while delivering a speech at the 7th Asia-Europe Parliamentary Partnership meeting, which opened in Laos' capital Vientiane on October 3rd. He said Vietnam's legislature will actively participate in the Asia-Europe Parliamentary Partnership meeting forum as it is part of the Asia-Europe connectivities process. Vietnam is willing to work with other members to overcome obstacles and take advantage of opportunities that will arise from more Asia-Europe cooperation over the next decade. Themed Asia-Europe Parliamentary Partnership for Sustainable Development, Asia-Europe Parliamentary Partnership meeting has attracted more than 300 delegates from its members and observers, as well as from regional and international organizations. The meeting also decided on the procedures for admitting 4 new members to the forum, including Australia, Myanmar, New Zealand, and Russia. It is focusing its discussions on the importance of ensuring food security due to current global climate changes. Also being debated is Asia-Europe cooperation to address public debt to safeguard sustainable development, as well as utilizing every resource to increase more public participation in disaster management. The Asia-Europe Parliamentary Partnership members will release a declaration on the meeting's outcomes after they conclude business on October 4th.
National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng had a meeting with Lao Prime Minister Thongsin Thamavong in Vientiane on October 2nd.
The Lao Prime Minister affirmed that Laos is always grateful to Vietnam's wholehearted support and assistance in their struggle for national independence in the past, as well as in the current national development. The Lao Prime Minister expressed his belief that the two legislatures will continue close coordination in all aspects, particularly supervision activities to boost cooperation programs and projects between the two countries. National Assembly Chairman Hùng suggested that the two countries continue coordination to improve the efficiency of cooperation activities, especially increasing two-way trade. He affirmed that the Vietnamese legislative body will do its utmost to foster cooperation between the two legislative bodies, as well as the special friendship between the two countries. On the same day, Chairman Hùng paid a courtesy visit to General Secretary of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party and President of Laos, Thumale Sayason.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng has said Vietnam always welcomes and creates favorable conditions for Indian businesses to invest in the country's agricultural sector.
While receiving Indian Minister of Agriculture Sharad Pawar in Hanoi on October 2nd, the Prime Minister expressed his pleasure at strong developments in the Vietnam-India strategic partnership over the past term. He affirmed Vietnam's consistent policy of joining Indian efforts to develop bilateral ties more intensively, practically, and effectively. He expressed his wish that the Vietnamese and Indian agricultural ministries will coordinate effectively in implementing agreed areas of cooperation, especially the development of biotechnology and post-harvest technology, crossbreeding, aquaculture, and seafood processing. Minister Sharad Pawar briefed the host about the results of his talks with Vietnamese Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development Cao Đức Phát. He said the two sides agreed on several measures to strengthen future agricultural cooperation, especially in food crop planting, husbandry, aquaculture, and seafood processing. The minister expressed his wish that the Vietnamese government will create favorable conditions for cooperation activities between the two ministries.
Deputy Foreign Minister Phạm Quang Vinh attended the general debate of the 67th sessions of the United Nations General Assembly in New York on October 1st. He stressed international law compliance in dispute settlement while delivering a speech at the debate.
Vinh said nations must strongly commit themselves to the fundamental principles of international law and the United Nations Charter, particularly those of peaceful settlement and non-use of force, as well as respect for the national independence, sovereignty and territorial integrity when settling disputes. He referred to the increasingly important role of regional organizations, such as the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, which continues to play a central role in the regional architecture and helps promote peace, stability and security in the region, including maritime security in the East Sea.
Vietnam fully supports ASEAN's Six Principles Statement on the South China Sea, which further reaffirms the settlement of disputes by peaceful means, respect for international law, particularly the 1982 UNCLOS, the full implementation of the Declaration of the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea, the DOC, as well as the early achievement of the Code of Conduct, the COC, to enable the organization to become the true center for harmonizing.
He emphasized since joining the United Nations 35 years ago, Vietnam has always been an active and responsible member of the organization, striving for peace, national independence, democracy, social progress and prosperity for all nations. Building on its 25 years of reform and important accomplishments, Vietnam has been working towards a growth model that links economic development with social progress and environmental protection. In face of recent global economic difficulties, it has taken effective steps to maintain macroeconomic stability and ensure social security, and continues to strengthen the rule of law and build a state of the people, by the people and for the people. He went on to note, Vietnam always supports efforts to enhance the role and effectiveness of the United Nations to enable the organization to become the true center for harmonizing the actions of nations in the attainment of the common goals as enshrined in its charter.
Starfish have jumped 3 places on the list of the 10 most consumed seafood in the United States, from 9th in 2010 to 6th in 2011, the National Fisheries Institute has announced.
According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, the U.S. is the second biggest export market for Vietnam's shellfish. In the first 8 months of 2012, the value of Vietnamese shellfish exports was amounted to $254 million, a year-on-year increase of 29.9%. The 10 most popular types of seafood in the U.S. in 2011 included shrimp, tuna, Alaska pollock, tilapia, char, catfish, crab, cod, and clams.
The Vietnamese Women's Museum has been ranked first among 80 attractive tourism destinations in Hanoi in 2012 by the world's largest travel website, TripAdvisor.
Visitors to the website ranked the museum 4.5 out of the 5 stars rating over the past 12 months, naming it the most attractive tourism destination in Hanoi. The Vietnamese Women's Museum was founded in 1987 as an entity within the Vietnam Women's Union. It is a community repository of cultural and historical knowledge about Vietnamese women's lives across the nation's 54 ethnic community groups. The museum is also a center for cultural exchange with women from other nations with the goal of fostering equality, development, and peace.
And we come to the end of the news today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.